What's going on, everyone? So, there is a lot of talk about LeBron James potentially being traded, and that if he were to ask for a trade, the Lakers would be open to trading. The Lakers would be willing to explore potential trades. There was conversations last season during the trade deadline of LeBron James potentially going to the Warriors, that the Warriors touch base with the Lakers to kind of inquire, like, hey, like what's up with LeBron, and that Rich Paul ended up shutting down those rumors because he didn't want LeBron to go to a fourth team, and that could disrupt his history, disrupt his legacy, and but the Lakers were open even last season. Hey, if this is what you want, we'll work with you. Whatever you want, we're game, right? It's always been kind of Lakers mantra, like with Kobe, LeBron, right? Like you see, hey, whatever you guys need, whatever's best for you, whatever's in your best interest, because it also is good for, the reputation going forward, right? Like, hey, it shows other stars. Hey, we take care of our own here. You help, you win, guess what? You're gonna whatever we can do for you, we're gonna end up doing, right? It just sets the standard. But many of you know, I have a Laker channel. I talk a lot Lakers, everything involved Lakers, as it stands Lakers, but I talk more about the Lakers side of things on that channel. We're here, it's more just sports, period. And so I want to talk about kind of the other side for the other teams. Obviously, the Lakers, look, if they're going to end up trading LeBron James, hit the reset button, trade LeBron to the highest bidder, right? Probably the Warriors, my guess, where he ends up going. We'll touch on that here more in a moment. Get as much young talent, rebuild type of package as you possibly can, and then trade Anthony Davis and all that, right? If you want kind of my Lakers perspective on that, go check out As It Stands Lakers. But as far as other team side, like LeBron's side and then the teams you go on, there's really only two teams that make sense to me and only one team in which I think he'd actually go to. The only team I see him potentially leaving the Lakers for are the Warriors. Why is that? Because he is in LA for reasons outside of basketball. LeBron James, if he only wanted to win, he could have went to 10 other teams besides the Lakers to go win probably multiple championships right now. Right? He'd probably have another two on top of that 2020 championship that he would have got, right? Like, so the idea of like, oh, he went to LA solely just to win is not true. I mean, even the roster at the time, luckily the Lakers were able to go and get Anthony Davis and they were able to win the next season, but the roster at the time was like, the Lakers are rebuilding, right? Like, this doesn't really make sense unless another star is coming. Okay, another star didn't come. Like, what's the deal? And then the AD rumors started picking up, and it was like, oh, Lakers might get Anthony Davis next season, right? So it kind of changed everything, changed the landscape of things. But at the time, LeBron going to Lakers made no sense. But like LeBron said, it's where my kids wanted to go to school, it's where my wife wanted to end up, right? I don't see him going to Cleveland, which is the other team that I think makes the most sense. Kind of ride out your career in Cleveland. That's the team that drafted you. That's home. Problem is, he still has kids that are going to school in California. His wife still wants to be in California. Is he really going to go to Cleveland, go back and forth? Probably not. I don't see him wanting to leave his family. He's had multiple opportunities to leave the Lakers. When it comes to LeBron James and a trade for LeBron, to me, it's one of those things like, I'll believe it when I see it. Even as a Laker fan, I'm not against, look, I believe LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play the game, but at this point, like, I think it's best almost for all sides for LeBron to go elsewhere. Unless the Lakers can actually make some trades to build a contender, which I don't think they're that far off. But if you can put the pieces around LeBron James and Anthony Davis to win a championship, then sure. Otherwise, pick a lane. You're either going all in, and you're going to try to win with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, or send LeBron somewhere where he believes he can win. The basketball fan in me would love to see LeBron and Steph play together, right? Move my Laker bias. I want to see LeBron James and Anthony Davis, or LeBron James and Steph Curry in a Laker or in a Warriors, Lakers jersey, whatever, playing together, right? I would prefer it in a Lakers jersey with Anthony Davis in the purple and gold. That's why I had that little mix up there a moment ago. But I don't like, Warriors are close enough to where he can just go back and forth. I mean, the guy's worth $1 billion, right? Like, if he could go buy a private jet and just like commute the 30 minutes to go back and forth, right? Like, there's ways for him to go see his family whenever he needs to, whenever he wants to, right? He's close enough to where it wouldn't be a big deal. And how many more years is he going to play? 2 maybe, right? I think he'd ride out Steph's contract, and then I think that they would just kind of retire and go off in the sunset. The only team I believe that LeBron would leave for is the Warriors. I still don't believe LeBron leaves. I think it's one of those things like, I'll believe it when I see it. I think one, LeBron will probably try to give the Lakers a chance this season to try to figure it out. He's going to talk to his family. His family's got to be okay with it. If his wife and kids are like, "No, we want you around," he ain't leaving, right? It doesn't matter. He's not leaving. Now, also supposedly, you have to trade for Bronny James too. Like they're going to be a package deal. You got to take both. It's already complicated to trade for LeBron James. Bronny James isn't making like $30 million a year, but he's still, a couple million. So it's tough, right? That's just more salary you got to take on. It's just, you got so many obstacles and hurdles that you'd have to get over. It's very complicated. I think if LeBron is traded, I don't think it's this season. I think it's at the next offseason. I think in the offseason, yes, I could see LeBron James getting traded. If you're the Warriors, it makes sense, right? Because I've talked about the Warriors. Warriors, I kind of feel the same way about the Lakers, right? You got to pick a lane, pick a direction. Either you're willing to push your chips in, right, and go get a LeBron or a Giannis or whatever to try to give Steph a chance to win in the next few years, or trade Steph and build around Kuminga, Moody, Pod, all these young guys, right? You can't have both. You can't have both. You can't be in the process of a rebuild while also trying to win a championship. They're two completely different directions. So pick a lane, right? You got to pick a direction. And to me, I think if you have the opportunity and you're the Warriors to go get LeBron, then you get LeBron, right? Trade all the young guys. Honestly, I don't think the Warriors would do it. And from the Lakers perspective, Lakers side of things, I would prefer. But I think the Warriors should trade Draymond plus Kuminga and Moody because you have to trade something, right? But you got to have the salary filler. I actually think the Warriors should trade Draymond for LeBron rather than Wiggins because there's a lot of talks about Wiggins, Kuminga, Moody, and then picks or whatever else, right? Salary filler to go get LeBron James. The Lakers fan in me I would much rather have Andrew Wiggins than Draymond Green, right? However, I think because LeBron at this stage of his career, and as a Laker fan, I see a lot of LeBron. It's my job to analyze and study LeBron and the Lakers, right? He has to play the 4 at this stage of his career. So either A, you're having Draymond at the 5 and LeBron at the 4, which, okay, maybe you could do that, right? But I think you kind of need more size. And LeBron and Draymond can kind of, I feel may end up being a redundancy, where Andrew Wiggins gives you that defense, gives you the athleticism out on the perimeter, can kind of, do multiple. Obviously, Draymond defensively is great, but I think they need Andrew Wiggins more he's just a better scorer, go get you a bucket guy, right? Put the ball on the deck, just do multiple things. I just think Andrew Wiggins makes more sense if they want to win immediately. I think Andrew Wiggins is the better piece, and just go with a Trace Jackson, LeBron James, Steph Curry, right? Kind of go that route, and then also keep Andrew Wiggins, right? So you go, like I said, Steph, Wiggins, Pod, LeBron, and Trace or whoever, right? However you want to go about it. That's the approach that I think that they should take. However, I don't think that the Warriors would trade Draymond. I think Draymond would be heartbroken and devastated that the guy he looks up to finally went to the Warriors and he ends up getting traded for the guy. I think I think he would lose his mind. Right? I think he wants to play with LeBron more than anybody. Right? So I don't think that they would trade Draymond. I think that they would keep Draymond. Draymond would probably be the 5. LeBron would probably be the 4. And they'd probably trade Andrew Wiggins is my guess. But it's just kind of a thought. I actually think Wiggins makes more sense if you're going to get LeBron because LeBron can now play the 4. Slot LeBron at the 4. So he can kind of take the possessions off like he does with the Lakers, and then put the pieces, and you have the athleticism and all that stuff around him, and now you can go win some games, win some championships, right? That's kind of the idea. But overall, look, you're not LeBron makes money, so you're gonna have to give some stuff up, but you shouldn't. You're not gonna the pick wide. LeBron's not gonna go. If this was 27-year-old LeBron, the Warriors would have to trade Steph, Clay, prime Steph, prime Clay, prime Draymond. They'd have to trade their entire roster. This was 27-year-old LeBron James, but at 40, right? You're gonna have to still give up something, right? But you also, because you don't have a way to get him outside of a trade, right? LeBron has to opt in next season, which is why I think it happens next season because it's just easier to work out. More teams will have money. More teams will be willing to take on salaries or take on guys for assets piece. It's easier to kind of figure out, right? I just think it's there's too many hurdles right now. But I think the only way LeBron gets traded is to the Warriors. Like I would be surprised, period, if LeBron gets traded this season to anybody, right? Like even the Warriors. I'd be like shocked. I would be like flabbergasted if LeBron James ends up getting traded anywhere else but the Warriors. Like honestly, I think, if you're the Lakers, right? I don't want to talk too much about the Lakers. Like I said, I have a whole channel. I've made a couple videos about this, so go check those videos out if you're interested. But like with the Lakers, right? Like there is an argument to like trade him to the highest bidder elsewhere, right? Obviously, LeBron's got a no trade clause, so it's got to be a team. But like if you could trade him for like Darius Garland, I think that'd be great. Now you got your point guard, all-star caliber point guard for now and the future, right? Like I almost like that more, and then trade like 80 to like the Thunder or something like that. But I think LeBron ends up with the Warriors. If he's going to leave anywhere, it's the Warriors. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle? Do you think he goes somewhere else? Do you think he gets traded, period? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.